Hello and welcome to another Full Transparency Trading Short. You have to start to ask yourself, what does a great entry look like, right? You see the point where I entered my trade. You see that we never had a pullback anymore beyond that. A great trade entry to me looks like you're risking a very small amount, no more than a dollar move in the opposite direction. And what that is it takes a lot of patience to get to that point. I had to sit through 9:30 opening up and having this massive blast down right here, as you see, missing out on that and waiting for all of the retesting to be done. And in reality, the area where I kind of wanted to get in was right here at 51. I mean, at 53.52, right? But the market hadn't settled down at all. It was still going up and down and up and down. So I didn't want to hop in at the wrong time and, get chewed up. I would have made a couple more dollars off of that, but getting in when things are starting to settle in down here and you get that equal level finally happening is a great place to enter a trade, right? So I never see any red, and it's just straight down from there, and that is a phenomenal trade from the standpoint of you're basically getting in at the 15 minutes 200 EMA. Let's go ahead and show you what that looks like. The trade entry is basically at the 15 minutes 200 EMA. At the 200 EMA would have been the absolute perfect trade entry, and of course made me more money, but I just wanted to get in where it was safe. Had I got in at, what time was this? That's 8:15. Obviously, I missed out on the 8:15 play. That would have been the best play to the downside. But you can't really get into plays at 8 o'clock and stay in them all the times, because sometimes at 8:30 things get really, really crazy and you get really dramatic pushes. It doesn't always happen on Monday and Tuesdays, but you have to be very careful about being in a play already when 8:30 starts. So I like to wait for the secondary, the actual market to open. I also could have got in here at 9:15. That would have been another smart push. But I just wanted to wait for things to settle down. And you see we have these equal levels right here going across. I'll put the little white line beneath them so that you can see. And that was why I decided to take my entry from that point. When you go down to a smaller time frame, you can see it a lot better. You see that my entry was in fact on a pullback to 53.52. And then that way I don't have to worry about any further pulling back. So I waited for the pullback, I waited for the entry there, and then I went ahead and got into that trade. And then I write it down. And now where I actually set my take profit was the correct level, as you can see. We did start to pull back where I set my take profit at, right? Way down here. But the reality is that I got out of that trade way up here off of this small pullback. So basically a $10 trade. And a $10 trade is absolutely fantastic. But when you had another, let's see, one, two, three, $4. So another $4 at 15 contracts, I would have added another about $2,000 to the trade. That would have been cool too. But like I said, you don't complain about making money. We're almost back to the 200 EMA now. We're actually almost at it on the 1 minute. So that's a significant area for things to push back down off of if you're going to go down. However, Apple is having a phenomenal day. So this thing may just run up back to the high of the day, since Apple is driving the market right now. Apple is almost at $200. Let's go ahead and go to the watch list. Meta's having a good day. Nvidia's down a little bit. It's down about $4. That's what started the market falling. But as you can see, Apple is up $6 on the day. So Apple's going to drag the rest of the market with it. Let's go ahead and go over to Apple so we can get a good look at what's going on with their stock. Alright, so we're having some issues loading this. So let's try to go back. Let's try to go back in. There we go. So let's go ahead and get a big picture of what happened with Apple today. Click on buy, and then you just close it out because you can't buy that symbol. Now we zoom out a little bit and look at how Apple has run. Apple had this double bottom down here, and it has run all morning from 192 all the way up to 199. You're talking about a $7 play right there. And now it's finally starting to consolidate and figure out what's going to be next for the play. But this is what's driving the market up right now. The market was on a bit of a delay to what was going on with Apple, but Apple is one of the top two stocks inside of the S&P 500 and QQQ, the Nasdaq. So yeah, good day for Apple means a good day for the market as a whole. Everything else is going to follow suit for the most part. But you guys have a great day. That's 5 minutes. That's more than long enough. We broke down enough in this video. We're trying to get more to the learning side of things to teach you guys, what these candles mean. Obviously, red means that they open at the top and go down. Sometimes red can not open green and then push red, especially on the hour-long candles. So there's not a guarantee that it's going down. But this is a beautiful, beautiful trading day where it pushed all the way down and now we're on our way back up. So, just keep your eyes peeled for some good trades within that time. 10:30 should be a little bit of a turnaround, or it's going to continue to push up. But yeah, who was expecting a full pull down of about $20 on ES and then a beautiful rocket up? Let's go back over there one last time before we hop off. ES is all the way back where we got in. That is the neat thing. ES is all the way back where I entered my trade. So I could have took my trade from the downside to the upside as well and added another 5-6 grand to the trade. But, we don't risk that. We just take our nice, happy, good trade and keep it pushing for the day. We'll try some things in Power Hour this afternoon. Power Hour being from about 1:30 until the close, basically. It's an hour. It's honestly it's like 2 to 3 or whatever, 2:30 to 3:30. But I keep it from like 1:30 to like the actual close because there's a lot of movement in that time frame. And hopefully we can get a couple more accounts funded going into Wednesday. Because Wednesday through Friday are very aggressive moving days, and I like to get some real trades in there.